In this video, I want to talk about the horizontal line test. So basically the horizontal line test is a test to see whether a function is one-to-one. So a one-to-one function is a function that has a unique output for every input. So this is actually a test of whether a function is reversible. So that's kind of the point of a one-to-one function. So a one-to-one function is a function where not only do we not repeat inputs, right, that would make it not a function, but we also don't repeat any outputs. Each output is unique. So that keyword there is unique. It's a unique output, meaning that no two inputs give you the same output. So normally in a function, it's okay if two inputs give you the same output as long as there's not two different outputs for a single input. But in a one-to-one function, we have to have a unique output for every input. And in order to be a one-to-one function, a function has to pass the horizontal line test, in addition to passing the vertical line test to be a function. So the vertical line test tells you whether it's a function. So the vertical line test tells whether it is a function. The horizontal line test tells whether it's one-to-one. So after you have a function and you want to figure out if it's a one-to-one function, you can use the horizontal line test to do that. And the horizontal line test is basically the same thing as the vertical line test, only we use a horizontal line. So we pass a horizontal line through the function and we see if it repeats any values. And if it repeats any output values, then even though it's a function and it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not a one-to-one function. And the reason that a one-to-one function is important is that one-to-one functions can be reversed. Basically, you can do them in the reverse order. And we're going to be talking about that in the next video. But in this video, we're going to try to figure out whether a function is one-to-one based on if it passes the horizontal line test. So if it passes the horizontal line test, it is one-to-one, then it's invertible or it's reversible. We can go backwards in our function. If it's not, we can't go backwards, because then the backwards wouldn't give you a function. Okay, so let's try this orange one first. So in this orange one, I'm going to pass a horizontal line, and I'm going to see whether it passes through that function more than once. So is there any instance where this horizontal line is passing through the function more than once at the same time? Hopefully you answered yes. For example, here and here, right? If you have a horizontal line, oops, let me actually draw that horizontal line in. So if you have this horizontal line, it passes through here and here, 2 points, so it fails, and it's not one-to-one. Remember, it still is a function because it passes the vertical line test. It just doesn't pass the horizontal line test. Okay, let's turn our attention to this blue function right here. So as I pass my vertical line through, or my horizontal line through, is there any place where it touches the function more than once? I don't see any place. So this passes. This is a one-to-one function. Now, if we go down to this green function, we can try again. So going down to this green function, it doesn't seem to pass through more than once. Now there's a whole restriction on the domain here, right? So this function doesn't have its domain as all real numbers, but that's okay. We can work on, we'll worry about that later, but it doesn't pass through more than once. So this is in fact a one-to-one function. So this passes, and it is 1 to 1. And then finally, let's look at this function. So in this function, this function is just a collection of points, the pink one. So it's just a collection of points as we pass through. I'm noticing a couple places where it seems to be passing through the same point on the same horizontal line. So let's go ahead and mark that in. It might happen down here too, but it's passing through the same horizontal line twice, so it fails. And that's how you use the horizontal line test to determine whether a function is one-to-one.